Imagine a country simmering with discontent. The rich live in extravagant palaces, while the poor struggle to afford bread. Anger simmers beneath the surface, fueled by a system that seems determined to keep the wealthy at the top and the ordinary people stuck at the bottom. This wasn't a scene from a fictional novel. It was France in the late 18th century, a tinderbox waiting for a spark. Then, in 1789, that spark arrived, igniting a revolution that would reshape France and leave a lasting mark on the world. This isn't just a dry history lesson. It's a story filled with drama, daring, and yes, even bloodshed. It's a tale of people yearning for freedom, equality, and a brotherhood, or fraternity, as they called it, that transcended social class. It's about storming prisons, beheading kings, and the rise of a powerful military leader who would eventually become emperor. Get ready, because we're about to explore the whirlwind that was the French Revolution. A house of cards on the brink of collapse. To understand the revolution, we need to rewind a bit. France, pre-revolution, was a monarchy ruled by King Louis XVI. While he wasn't a bad guy, he wasn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. France had been involved in expensive wars, and the royal family loved to spend lavishly. The result? A massive national debt. This debt, coupled with a broken tax system that heavily burdened the poor, created a pressure cooker of economic discontent. The people were divided into three social classes: the clergy, the nobility, and everyone else, lumped together as the commoners. The clergy and nobility enjoyed a life of privilege, exempt from most taxes. Meanwhile, the commoners, who made up the vast majority of the population, toiled away, barely making ends meet. It's no wonder frustration was reaching a boiling point. The Estates General. A spark ignites. In 1789, King Louis XVI, desperate for money, called a meeting of the Estates General, a representative body from each social class. It was supposed to be a way to raise taxes. Instead, it became the catalyst for revolution. The commoners, fed up with being ignored, demanded a fairer system where their voices were heard. They declared themselves the National Assembly, vowing to write a new constitution that would limit the king's power and create a more just society. Storming the Bastille. A symbol shattered. The king, hesitant to give up his absolute power, resisted. The people, unwilling to back down, took matters into their own hands. On July 14, 1789, a mob stormed the Bastille, a prison that symbolized the king's tyranny. The storming of the Bastille, though not a major military victory, became a powerful symbol of the revolution's defiance. News of the event spread like wildfire, inspiring uprisings throughout France. The king, realizing the tide had turned, conceded to the National Assembly's demands. Liberty, equality, fraternity, a new dawn. The National Assembly set to work, drafting a document that would become the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen. This document enshrined the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, ideals that would resonate far beyond France's borders. Feudalism, the old social order, was abolished. The power of the Catholic Church was diminished. A new constitutional monarchy was established, with a limited role for the king. The revolution takes a dark turn, the Reign of Terror. But the revolution wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Fear and suspicion gripped France. Radicals rose to power, and a period known as the Reign of Terror began. Anyone suspected of disloyalty to the revolution faced a bloody fate, the guillotine. Even Marie Antoinette, the king's queen, wasn't spared. King Louis XVI himself was eventually tried and executed. Napoleon Bonaparte, hero or villain? The Reign of Terror eventually came to an end, but France remained unstable. Enter Napoleon Bonaparte, a brilliant military leader who rose through the ranks of the Revolutionary Army. Napoleon promised stability and national glory. He staged a coup d'état in 1799, effectively ending the revolution and establishing himself as the first consul of France. Napoleon's legacy is complex. He modernized France, established a legal code that is still influential today, and spread revolutionary ideals across Europe. But he also became a power-hungry dictator who plunged Europe into war. The legacy of the French Revolution. The French Revolution, though a difficult period, left an undeniable mark on history. It challenged the legitimacy of absolute monarchy and inspired revolutions around the globe. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity continue to be a rallying cry for movements fighting for social justice today. Beyond France, a global ripple effect. The French Revolution wasn't just a French affair. Its ideas spread like wildfire across Europe and beyond. Inspired by the French fight for freedom, revolutions erupted in Haiti, Latin America, and even parts of Asia. The concept of a nation governed by the will of the people, not by a divinely appointed monarch, became a powerful force for change. Challenges and debates. A revolution not without flaws. However, the French Revolution wasn't without its flaws. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity didn't always translate into reality. Women, who played a crucial role in the revolution, were largely excluded from the new political order. Racial equality remained a distant dream, as France clung to its colonial ambitions. The revolution also unleashed a wave of violence that left deep scars on French society. A legacy for our times. Despite its shortcomings, the French Revolution continues to be a source of inspiration and debate. It highlights the human desire for self-determination and the dangers of unchecked power. It reminds us that the fight for justice is a constant struggle, one that requires vigilance and ongoing conversation. So, where do we go from here? The French Revolution may have ended over 2 centuries ago, but its echoes still resonate in our world today. As we grapple with issues of social inequality, political corruption, and the fight for basic rights, the lessons of the revolution remain relevant. The French Revolution reminds us that change is possible, but it doesn't come easy. It requires courage, sacrifice, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. It compels us to ask ourselves, are we truly living in a society that upholds liberty, equality, and fraternity? And if not, what can we do to create a better future for all? The French Revolution wasn't just a historical event. It was a turning point in human history. It showed us the power of the people and the potential for radical change. It's a story that continues to captivate us, a reminder that the fight for a more just world is a story that's still being written. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.